Howdy, you action figure enthusiasts out there. JC here with another TNINews video. Now, before we get into the news today, I just wanted to let you know about a couple of different contests, including one that I'm going to be doing right here on YouTube. So first of all, just a reminder about the normal monthly forum contest that we do on both Toy News International and Marvelous News, where we give away $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. It's two different contests, so you can go to one or both websites and be entered to in both contests. I will have links in the video description below for both of those. And then on top of those, I'm also this month going to try something new and have a similar type contest here on YouTube. So the way this is going to work is that between now and July 19th, any video I post during that time, including this video, you can be entered for a chance to win $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. So the way it's going to work is any video I post between those dates, again, between now and July 19th, if you go to the video, you watch the video, you like the video, and then you make a comment in the video stating, I watched this video, and then tell me something about the video that you liked or disliked. So you got to start off the comment saying, I watched the video. That way I know you're basically entering yourself into the contest. Now, it's only one time per video. So, I mean, you can comment multiple times, I guess, but only one comment will count for each video. But each video I do, if you go and you watch that video between those dates and you comment, you watch it and you like it, you will be entered another time for the contest. So essentially, the more videos you watch, the more videos you comment on, the better your chances of winning are. And I don't know exactly how many videos I will get up between those dates, but again, just know whether it's a news video, if I happen to do a review video or whatever, any video I post on this channel between now and July 19th, you will be entered into the contest. Now, as far as contacting the winner, I will do a drawing and announce the winner on July 20th. The announcement will come in the comment section of this video. So you will want to make sure that, you know, on July 20th, you come back to this video, or, you know, July 21st. I don't know exactly at one point during the day. I'll try and make it earlier in the day than later, but I will post a comment tagging the person that I picked, saying to contact me, and that person can then contact me to claim their prize. And they will win the $100 store credit. But you must, it's upon you to come back here to this channel. I mean, I will probably make an announcement in a future video after the 19th, you know, announcing the winner. But really what you want to do is just make sure you come back on July 20th or July 21st and check the comment section. I will pin it to the top of this video so you don't have to like scroll through all the comments. It'll be a comment from me, JC, and it'll say such and such is the winner of the contest. So, and if you don't, if you don't come and, you know, if your name is drawn and you don't come and claim the prize, well then, you know, you'll end up losing out. I'll give you probably, you know, a couple days to actually come in, you know, claim the prize. But if I don't hear from you, then I'll have to move on to another winner. So that's how it's going to work. Again, I have the two contests going on, both Toy News International and Marvelous News. Details to those contests are in the video description below. Same type of contest we do every month. If you think about it, you know, if you started participating in those foreign contests, you know, when I first started doing them, your chances of at least winning at one time $100, you know, store credit at Big Bad Toy Store, $100 worth of toys, would be pretty good. So, you know, you have to kind of think about it like that, you know, and it's easy. You just join those communities, you know, they're fun communities, a lot of collectors on there. It's been growing. So, you know, definitely, I think you'll find a lot to talk about. If you're into Marvel, you'll definitely want to check out the Marvelous News one. If you're not into Marvel, or even if you are into Marvel, you'll want to check out the Toy News International one. And then as a thank you to you guys who watch these videos, I am also doing the third contest. So essentially you have 3 different opportunities. You could conceivably, if you somehow luck, you know, the odds probably are not good, you're going to win all 3, but conceivably, you know, you could end up walking away with $300 worth of store credit, you know, next month. Okay, so enough rambling about that. Let's get into the news. So first of all, let's start off talking about what a cluster it was for the Hasbro Cobra Commander yesterday. It went up for pre-order on that website that very few people I think had heard of, the NTWRK website, which I'm told is actually popular among sneaker collectors. Some pop vinyl stuff that they've done, but for the most part, most people really hadn't even heard of that website. But yesterday it was just a complete boggle. I don't know why Hasbro went to this place and offered this place this figure for pre-order first. It kind of screws over the e-tailers that sell their products on a regular basis, because essentially, well, let me backtrack. So first of all, I previously talked about how there had been two, and this is for the GIJoe 6-inch classified line. So earlier in the week, Hasbro released images for their Wave 2 Cobra Commander figure for the classified line. And in that announcement, they said this NTWRK website was going to be the first one to be able to put it up for pre-order on Thursday the 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I don't know why that was. Again, I never heard of them until this figure was announced, so I really knew nothing about them. But then confusion started to creep in because the images that Hasbro released with their press release was of this Cobra Commander with the dark blue colors. But then the NTWRK website on their app, and of course this is a website that you can only access via a phone app, which makes it even more of a pain in the butt. But on their phone app, they started putting these images up of a different Cobra Commander, one with lighter blue colors and more gold trim. Same figure, but just repainted differently. So the general thought, the assumption was that this was going to be an exclusive figure. As it turns out, that is not the case. The figure, if you went and you did manage to pre-order, and I heard a lot of people had problems actually getting their pre-order in. The website or the app apparently was very glitchy. People's data was lost, things like that. So just again, a really just horrible experience, I think, for people trying to get the figure. But as it turns out, a lot of people went in, I think, thinking they were going to get this light blue version, and like 5 minutes before the figure became available, they posted it up on their social media letting people know that the figure that they would be getting was the dark blue version. And I had reached out to Hasbro. They sent us the press release the other day with the images of the dark blue Cobra Commander, and I responded back to them asking, why is there this lighter blue version that's being shown? And I got no response, unfortunately. So they just gave me the silent routine. And then, like I said, 5 minutes or so before the figure was available last night, the NTWRK posted on their social media, their Twitter account, I think responding to somebody, saying that the figure that people would get was the dark blue version. Apparently what had happened, according to them, Hasbro sent them a sample of the figure, but the sample that Hasbro sent was with the light blue color. So I guess Hasbro sent the wrong sample to them. And so they apparently, instead of just using like the press images that Hasbro had put out, they took pictures of the figure themselves and used those on their website and such. And so that's where the confusion came in. So again, basically all you did last night by pre-ordering there is you got to jump on pre-ordering the other e-tailers that are going to carry the Wave 2 figures. As I understand it, will be able to put these figures up, including Cobra Commander, up for pre-order later this month, towards the end of the month. And I believe everyone will start shipping the figure out around September 15th. So it's not like you're getting the figure early if you pre-ordered it, and it looks like you're getting the exact same version that everyone will be carrying. Now, there still is a question at the time I'm filming this. There still is this question about what this light blue version of Cobra Commander is. Obviously, if Hasbro sent the wrong sample, there is a light blue version out there. So my best guess, and this is just completely a guess, making a logical guess at this point, is that perhaps the light blue version is going to be offered as a San Diego Comic-Con / Hasbro Pulse exclusive next month. That's, to me, seems to make the most sense. but until Hasbro actually comes out, right now as I'm filming this, Hasbro has not made any comment on this entire situation, and hopefully they will shed some light on this in the very near future. But right now we're kind of in the dark. But being again that there is this, obviously there is this sample that was sent incorrectly to the NTWRK website. Obviously that is a figure that exists, and we'll just have to see if or when Hasbro decides to release that one. But definitely, a lot of people, reading through comments and everything on social media, the forums, what have you, a lot of people were not happy with their experience. And I don't know why Hasbro makes this so difficult. It's very frustrating when companies make this stuff so hard to get your hands on. I don't know what the line of thinking is behind that, but I can tell you from my own experience that it's not a good thing. You're turning people off. End of rant for now, but definitely, like I said, definitely a very piss poor experience for collectors. Okay, so let's move on. So another bit of GI Joe news I wanted to share with you guys. I just wanted to update you guys on a story I previously talked about, and this is in regards to a line that has been referenced as GI Joe Retro. Now, the general feeling, this line initially showed up on the Walmart website with a few figure listings and then 2 vehicles. Now, the figures themselves were using code names, so we don't really know the exact figures that they're doing. There's about 5 figures, I think, that were listed on the Walmart website, and then 2 vehicles. The 2 vehicles were named the All Striker and the His Tank. And basically, the updated news is, even though it was generally thought these were going to be 3 3/4 inch, we didn't have that 100% confirmed. Now we have, based on a receipt that has shown up, a bill of landing, which is essentially showing that these products have shown up on the shores of Canada and here in the United States from the overseas factories. JT Prime discovered these, thanks to him for the heads up on these. But in the description, it essentially says that these are in fact 3 3/4 inch figures. So we don't know exactly what kind of 3 3/4 inch. That's still up for debate, whether these are going to be reissues of the 25th anniversary figures or these are going to be reissues of the classic O-ring figures. My general feeling is probably these are going to be reissues of the 25th anniversary stuff, which to me, if that's the case, most people who would probably be interested in this line are already going to have those figures. So I'm not sure, these figures are going to cost about $13 each. At least that's what they were listed at on the Walmart website. Same thing with the vehicles. I think those are just going to be reissues of the recent His Tank and All Striker that they did several years ago. So, I just, how many people are really going to be interested in buying stuff that they already have? That to me remains a big question, and definitely, kind of doubting how successful this line is really going to be. My hope is that perhaps we'll see some figures that were originally released through the GI Joe Collector Club. I know, speaking personally, my 3 3/4 inch 25th anniversary line has quite a few holes in it, thanks to those figures that got released through the Collector Club, because I was not willing to pay to subscribe to the Collector Club and then pay the prices that the club was charging for those figures, so I passed on them. So hopefully maybe Hasbro will now reissue some of those figures and allow those of us who didn't go through the club, to now maybe get our hands on them. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully those details will be coming very soon, since the figures are arriving here on the shores of the US and Canada. I'm guessing that these should be out soon, within the next few months. So, hopefully, by next month, Hasbro will have revealed exactly what this line is. For you NECA fans, so a little bit of an update on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle front, specifically the movie figures coming to Walmart stores. So first of all, NECA this week released images for the upcoming movie Foot Soldier 2-pack. It's an Army Builder 2-pack featuring a lot of the weapons. These are the figures that were released in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive last year, and you also get that weapons rack. So if you missed out on that exclusive, you will have an opportunity to get the figures, and again, you can buy multiples and Army build the foot if you want, and you get all the weapons and you get the weapons rack. So this set, which again is going to be here in the United States, is going to be released as a Walmart exclusive, is due out in September. And then along with that, NECA went on and released some essentially release dates for the Walmart stuff. So the Casey Jones and Raphael 2-pack is due out essentially next week, they said. So look for that to start hitting really soon, and should be available both online and at physical stores. Then the Turtle 2-packs, they're reissuing the movie Turtle figures that were originally released at GameStop. Well, originally released as San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and then released at GameStop exclusives, and now will be released at Walmart. The difference between the Walmart and GameStop is the figures have a few different bandanas, but those are going to be out in July. Then the Super Shredder figure, which I talked about in the last video, it's actually listed on the Walmart website. Actually, maybe I didn't talk about that, so let me backtrack. The Super Shredder figure is actually shown up on the Walmart website. I will put a link to the story about that has the UPC code and the SKU number so that you can look it up on Brixic and stuff. But according to NECA, even though it is currently listed on the website, not available for purchase, but it is listed on the website. But according to NECA, that figure is not slated for release until August. So we still have a couple of months to go until that one is actually going to be released. Then the Foot Soldier 2-pack, as I mentioned before, is going to be released in September. And then the Splinter and Shredder figures, again, that were previously released last year as San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Then again, it's GameStop exclusives. And now will be reissued once again as Walmart exclusives. I don't know. I'm sure there might be something minor different about them from the GameStop ones, but for the most part, it should pretty much be those same figures. So, and those are due out in the fall, probably October, November timeframe. For you Mortal Kombat fans, we've got some new updated images for the third wave of 7-inch scale figures coming from McFarlane Toys. So we first saw these figures on display at Toy Fair back in February. These images come via the Diamond Previews magazine. They are soliciting them in their new Previews magazine. So these figures should be going up for pre-order pretty soon. Now I will say that these images are, not the greatest. We will likely be getting more detailed images and such from McFarlane Toys themselves in the near future. But I want to go in and share these with you. As I'm filming this, they are not yet available for pre-order online, but again, should be in the near future here. I say, I don't think they look terrible in these images, but I do think that they look much better at Toy Fair than what we're seeing with these new images here. And so before making any final judgments, I would definitely wait until we get more updated images on these. Oh, and before I forget, going back to NECA Toys, so NECA kind of surprised us late yesterday and revealed that they are doing a Richard Simmons figure. Yes, Richard Simmons. And if you didn't grow up in the 80s, you probably have no idea who Richard Simmons is. But he was a very popular health instructor, kind of like Jane Fonda, but a guy, and he would wear really short shorts, very happy gentleman, and he was very popular back in the 80s. Like I said, a health instructor. And this figure that they're doing has two different head sculpts. It's going to be due out in the fall. It is part of the 8-inch retro cloth figure line, so it's not a 7-inch Ultimate figure. It's an 8-inch figure. But again, if you're a fan of Richard Simmons, maybe your parents, maybe your mom was a fan of Richard Simmons back in the day. I don't know. But if you're a fan of the character, you definitely probably want to check this figure out. As I'm filming this, the figure is not yet gone up for pre-order, but should be up very soon. And then final thing I have for you guys today, I got this package in the mail yesterday evening. It is from Mattel. They sent me these figures. They've been sending me these WWE Masters of the Universe figures, mashup figures. This is the third wave of figures. I think I'm going to actually do a review on these in the very near future, either this weekend or first thing next week, time permitting. But I think I'm going to come out of retirement and do a review on these guys for you. So I think they're fun figures. I'm not a huge wrestling figure collector in any way, but I do like Masters of the Universe, and I'm a fan. I used to watch wrestling all the time. So again, I think these are pretty cool figures overall. So I just wanted to present these to you. We got The Rock. So he's making his debut in this line. We've got, Braun Strowman. Not a wrestler I'm quite as familiar with, but He makes the Wave 3. We've got the glow-in-the-dark Undertaker figure. So this is definitely a cool one. And then my favorite of all the figures they've announced for this line, even though I'm not really a fan of New Day themselves, the Team New Day, we've got the Manny Faces version of New Day. I think it's a really cool gimmick. You turn the faces and it represents each team member, very similar to the Manny Faces toy. So I think this is my favorite of the figures in the line that have been released up until this point. So definitely we'll have an image gallery very soon up on Toy News International. But like I said, I think I am actually going to do an actual review of these figures here on YouTube. So please do check that out. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about. Again, don't forget about all 3 contests for 3 different chances to win $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. The one here on YouTube, and then the one on Toy News International and Marvelous News. Links to those 2 contests are in the video description below. As always, stay safe out there, and until next time, guys, I will catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.